Good afternoon, YouTube family. What's going on? How's everybody doing today, my postal family? This beautiful Thursday morning. Today's article, I'm just going over some things that our co-workers are going through in the hurricane-ravaged areas, what they go through, and their struggles. Just we applaud them for working during these hard times. We always say prayers for them. May God help them out in their struggles. A lot of them still have to go to work, as you'll see in the article. But first, if you're new to the channel, my name is Saeed. Postal content is what I do. And if you enjoy this sort of content, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. And I love you all's comments, like always. Lots of informative comments you all been giving me. Keep smashing the thumbs up for me, helps out the channel, helps out the video as well. So anyways, let's get to today's topic about the employees in the hurricane ravaged areas. Hope everybody's doing good on this Thursday afternoon. USPS employees in hurricane ravaged areas deal with loss and still make their deliveries. Postal workers are navigating downed power lines, fallen trees, sinkholes, and their own tragic circumstances as they carry mail for devastated communities. When Hurricane Helene touched down in Asheville, North Carolina last month, Shante Duckworth stepped outside and into the storm, so many trees were falling into her apartment building. More than 3 dozen ended up falling on the property grounds. It felt unsafe to stay inside. The next day, however, a Saturday, Duckworth headed into work, a post office where she serves as a letter carrier to deliver mail. There was not much to do when she arrived at the powerless facility. She put on her headlamp and began sorting the mail for delivery, though no carriers went out on their routes that day. I didn't know, and I didn't want to get in trouble for not going, Duckworth said, explaining why she went into work in the immediate wake of a hurricane. No one told us not to. That sounds about right. I mean, part of it is, if it's safe to do so, you gotta think for yourself. But this is just this person's dedication. They still went in. I didn't know, and I didn't want to get in trouble for not going, Duckworth said, explaining why she went into work in the immediate. No one told us not to. As of October 7th, 11 days later, Duckworth was still without electricity and running water. Her husband is awaiting surgery after he broke his arm when a tree fell on it, creating a significant challenge to find childcare for her 11-year-old son with special needs whose school remains closed. Still, Duckworth has shown up to work nearly every day since the hurricane devastated her city. Credit to her, credit definitely. Helene has wrought destruction throughout the Southeast and Appalachia, causing more than 230 deaths. It has disrupted U.S. Postal Service operations in many states, some of which are still struggling to reopen facilities. In North Carolina alone, more than 20 post offices remain closed, and some will need to rebuild after sustaining severe flooding and other damage. Tavon Wells, another carrier in Asheville who serves as president of the local National Association of Letter Carriers chapter, said the Swanahoe post office essentially doesn't exist anymore. Wow, that's sad. Duckworth's story is similar to many postal employees throughout the region who spoke to government executives in recent days. Letter carriers typically missed one day of work before reporting for duty and attempting to carry out their routes. They frequently did so without access to showers, laundry, or a generator. One North Carolina employee returned to work Monday, October 7th, just 10 days after 3 trees went through his house and it was deemed unlivable. His colleagues have set up a GoFundMe to help him rebuild. Jason Kimmel, a carrier in Hendersonville, North Carolina, said some of his colleagues attempted to go to work on Friday only to get stuck at their post offices. where they waited out the storm. By the following Monday, he said about half of the carriers at his office were back to work. By Tuesday, attendance was pretty much back to normal, aside from the mounting backlog of mail that still had to be sorted and sent out. That's the tough part, guys. If you miss days, that mail, where do you think it's going? It's sitting there. Still gotta come back and sort through it and deliver it. Some people are still without power and clean water, and they're coming to work this whole time, Kimmel said. It's pretty incredible with the circumstances we're dealing with. While the staffing levels have returned to a near normal, the work itself is anything but. Carriers described walking through downed power lines, fallen trees, and sinkholes as they navigate their routes. Places they normally went to use the bathroom along their routes, such as gas stations, are not open. Carriers have been forced to pull over on streets they normally drive down upon, discovering parts of them have been washed away. Kimmel noted he must deviate from his normal route constantly due to road closures. I can imagine all the fallen trees and everything. You gotta set route, you gotta deviate. It's gonna take you longer, but if you do it safely, that's the bottom line. Stay safe out there. I was stunned at how bad it was, Oz said. Employees are also working extra hours due to the backlog of mail that built up. Ben West, another carrier in western North Carolina, saw 30 trees collapse on his property. His house is still livable, but his car was destroyed. He has not yet had time to talk to insurance adjusters or to dig his car out, as he has worked late to catch up on mail deliveries. Still, West knows it could have been worse. I know of at least 4 carriers personally who lost their homes, he said. I'm not going to complain about having to work with all they're going through. Duckworth noted the late hours have made it impossible to bathe. The Federal Emergency Management Agency has set up mobile showers for communities without running water, but ongoing curfews have forced those to close before Duckworth ends her deliveries. Kimmel noted a similar issue has made it difficult for postal workers without the power needed to cook at home to find places to pick up hot food after they end their shift. Wow, that's horrible. Just to picture that, you don't have, while you're doing your route, by the time you end your route, the mobile showers that the community has provided, they closed, and you go home, you're dead tired, but you don't have no electricity. Where you're gonna cook? So this is really a big applaud to these heroes, postal heroes, man. This is amazing. All the difficulty they go through, it's just amazing. It's very proud of them. Applaud to them. A sense of normal. Every postal employee with whom government executives spoke suggested they were motivated to return to work so they could do their small part in aiding in their community's recovery efforts. Kimmel noted the first package he delivered upon returning to work caused the resident receiving it to break down in tears, telling him it was a gift for her son's birthday and she did not expect to receive anything so soon. He noted it has become common for customers to stop him and talk for 10 to 15 minutes to share their hurricane stories. With everything being so abnormal right now, visually, the emotional feel right now, everything is out of the ordinary, Kimmel said. Seeing the mail truck come by, bringing the catalogs, even junk mail, is the first sign that we're digging out and getting back to normal. He added it has helped the employees as well, who value their daily interactions after the storm. He likened those conversations to a form of therapy. Usps said postal workers were an integral part of the Tampa community and they take pride in ensuring their customers are receiving their checks, medications, passports, and other essential items. This is the way it works. We're used to that, he said. It's just a matter of working hard and getting it done. That work is not getting done without some sacrifice, however. Duckworth noted she would prefer to go home to take care for her out-of-school son and injured husband. She is pushing forward, noting she has yet to process the trauma of the last 2 weeks and saving her days off for after her husband's surgery. This is amazing what these guys are doing. Just reading it and getting emotional, what they're going through. I love my job, but at the same time, we want to clean up our houses and take care of our families, she said. Employees largely express appreciation for their local management. The supervisors who were also dealing with fallout from the storm, local postmasters offered flexibility to their employees and instructed them to only come back to work when they felt safe to do so. At the district and national level, however, employees said they have felt less support. At times, there has been no communication at all, an issue exacerbated by the lack of electricity and cell service in many areas. Workers said they have faced pressure to return to work and ensure deliveries are being carried out. They're worried about their numbers. I'm worried. Can I get my generator going long enough to make my food, said Wes, whose power was restored October 7th. Wells, the Asheville carrier and union leader, said he has been pushing the Postal Service to provide supplies and mobile showers at USPS facilities. The public sees us each day, and not being able to clean ourselves with showers, baths, wash our hands at work, it's a little worrisome, Wells said. People have started to think we do a dirty job. That's pretty obvious. When you work hard out there, you gotta take your baths and have that cleaning, you gotta clean yourself, so. Duckworth hoped Postal Management would be able to secure some of the supplies FEMA and others are distributing for postal-specific use. USPS unions, who said they are working directly with agency management to get employees what they need, have set up relief funds for their members. We just don't have access to what we need, she said. It's very frustrating. Preparing for the next one. In Tampa, USPS, like the rest of federal, state, and local officials, has turned its attention to Hurricane Milton. Milton, I believe today went through the same area Helene did, Florida, Tampa. The storm has the potential to be one of the most devastating in Florida history, and Postal Management has held regular meetings to develop a plan and ensure employee safety. Usps said supervisors discuss when to tell employees to stop working. Through the expectation is they will continue making deliveries up until the moment operation cease. So wait a minute, if operations just has these emergencies, they don't handle it correctly. You're gonna have your employees come into work. It's a hurricane category 5, and then for some reason, if the operations doesn't, cease, close down, that's just I don't get that. That's a serious safety issue for employees coming in. We see their dedication after the storm, but during the storm, it's to call them in. I wouldn't do it. Usps noted he is concerned all the material the individuals have pulled out of their houses, such as appliances and furniture that got flooded, have yet to be collected. That can become flying debris during hurricane winds. Ultimately, Usps said he has told his members to make individual calculations. If they don't feel safe, they don't go. Usps said, we have to do what we have to do, take care of our families. That's a article, got a little bit emotional there, but what our co-worker soldiers and sisters going through, in these towns ravaged by hurricanes. We applaud them. They're in our prayers, these people hardworking, without a shower, without any food to eat after like a long route. Still day in, day out, they're going to the post office to work. I applaud them personally, and prayers for the ones in Florida with the other hurricane, Milton, I believe that's the name. God help them as well. So basically, that was today's video about a credit to our co-workers in the hurricane ravaged areas. We applaud them. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, my name is Saeed. If you like postal content, I really do appreciate my subscribers. If you want to subscribe, keep giving me the thumbs up for the channel and video. Really appreciate it. And as far as the contract update we all been waiting for, so we're here, we're waiting. All we can do, like I always say, stay positive. But some people have been again telling me that it's hard to stay positive, but what else can we do, guys? I mean, all we can do is go to our job. If we start getting angry or sad, that's just hurting ourselves. It's not gonna change anything. When the contract is meant to come out, God knows when, hopefully sooner than later, we will have it. But in the meantime, a little positivity only is going to help you in the long run. It makes your day goes better, if you're happy. My thing is, keep your minds in other things. I know bills are piling up. We need the contract yesterday. We need contract ASAP with the enrollment coming next month as well, and the premiums have gone sky high. So everything, the pressure is like mounting. We feel it, but at the end of the day, you're on your own. You got to stay. All these emotions, the anger, the sadness is only going to hurt you. Stay happy for your individual families. Stay happy, stay positive, and we're praying for the best. Hopefully this long wait is well worth it, and contract is very nice, hopefully. So as always, stay positive, stay good, and above all, stay safe in the hurricanes out there, guys. Stay safe, guys. We'll see you on the next video. God bless.